boys! I ain't seen you some bitches in quite some time. Oh my, it's so good to see you all again. Lots of crazy shit's happened since we've last seen each other. We got a pandemic, we got all kinds of political unrest. That's about all I'm going to say about that. I'm here in Kentucky, and as you've probably heard, Kentucky and lots of other parts of the country, it's colder than a witch's titty up in here. This is what I'm working with. Nice winter wonderland here. I think we got about somewhere between 8 and 10 inches. There's my work vehicle right there. It's been stuck there for almost a week, I'd say. I figured, we're stuck in here. You know what I haven't done in a while? Erry's Eats. And you know what I like to do? I like to eat. And I like to make the people happy. Mainly the ladies. So why not cook a delicious meal for the people, give them what they want, and maybe have a little fun in the process. Before we get into that, you may have noticed my t-shirt here. Bendito Taqueria Mexicana. That is a place, and here in Louisville, if you live in the Louisville area, I would highly recommend it. If you don't, if you're somebody that I know from California, I mean, you can go there, but it's basically just like tasting anything authentic from back home. I mean, these people are from San Diego, and it's like the only legit West Coast Mexican food place I've been to out here in Kentucky. Also, Terry Black's. I went there before, it was cool. My buddy Vinny Palmieri, he told me this is the place to go in Austin. This was before Joe Rogan moved there and started hyping it all up. So, remember, it was me first. I'm going to start out by doing something I don't think I've ever done before, that I should have probably been doing this entire time. I'm going to give you a breakdown on what you're going to need for this recipe. Because, like, God forbid you get into making it and you're like, oh, I don't have that. What am I supposed to do? I've already started this. I don't have that ingredient. I don't want that to happen. So, let's go over what you're going to need. This is me deciding to tell you what we're making before I tell you whether you have what you're going to need or not. We're going to be making Cubanos! Hey! Which first, if you know anything about Cubanos, if you don't know what a Cubano is, I legitimately have sadness in my heart for you. It is one of my most favorite things to eat, and perhaps one of the things I neglect the most. And I carry that guilt every day. It's the perfect thing. What it is a sandwich. Okay, let me just show you, okay? Go get in your car and drive and go get all the shit that you're gonna need, okay? And get it and do what I do in this video, and then eat it, and then if you don't like it, then just tell me, oh, hey, Erry, I wasn't a big fan. That's not gonna happen. And you know what? If it does, I'll buy you a fucking plane ticket, and you can come here and kick me in the nuts. That's how sure I am that you're gonna love it. Here's what you're gonna need. Olive oil, about a cup. 5 or 6 oranges. The recipe itself calls for 6 oranges and a lime. I like a little bit of lemony type of shit. So if you're not into the lemon, just do 6 oranges and a lime. You're going to need something to get the nice sweet juices out of these fruits with. So either a juice press or one of them juicy thingies with the ridges on it. I don't know what they're called. Cumin. I don't know how much that is. About that much cumin. Yep. You got some mint. Some oregano. Cilantro. Pepper. I prefer fresh ground. Salt. I like to kick it up a notch. This flat iron 4-pepper blend. This shit is off the fucking chain, brothers. Just the right amount of spice. It's super good. I'm not sponsored by them or nothing. I'm just saying I like it. So that's what you need for just the pork portion. Just the portion that you're going to be using for the pork shoulder, pork butt, whatever you want to call it. For the actual sandwich, you're going to need French bread or any of the cheap like loaf baked bread. It actually works the best. So like Walmart, Ralph's, Kroger, wherever you're at, the bread they have in the deli that's usually like $1 works very well. Some Swiss, baby. I mean, some baby Swiss. You don't have to use baby Swiss. You can use whichever kind of Swiss you like. Some decent pickles. We got some ham here. Get some good ham from your deli, okay? Don't be a cheap fuck. Don't buy that Hillshire Farms fucking bullshit, okay? If you're making a Cubano, buy the good shit. God. Then you're gonna need some mustard. I like the jalapeno mustard. Whoop. About a dozen cloves of garlic. A nice little hand-operated choppy chop. I guess you can use a food processor, although I'm not sure if you can. Guess you could try it. Let me know how it goes. And a pork butt. I'd say 4 to 7 pounds. I got this beauty from my local butcher shop, Boone's Butcher Shop. You're also going to want something adequate to store your pork shoulder in after you've put it into the marinade. You could use like a Tupperware or something. I use these Go Fast 2.5 pound hefty bags. You get those usually at like Walmart or Costco or Sam's Club or whatever. Super chill. I think that just about covers the ingredients. Let's get started on the assembly. The first thing you're going to want to do is get yourself a big old bowl and juice your citrus. Oh. Roll them out to get the juices nice and flowing. Rolling with the homies. Then you got then you squeeze, yeah, brother. Jesus. All right, so 30 minutes later, we got all of our citruses squeezed. Got our juice in a nice bowl here. Smells very good. Next thing you're going to want to do is take all your other ingredients and get them in your little choppy chop here. Going to want to make sure to take them all off the stems though. You don't want to put them in whole with the stems and all that shit. Alright, so you got your cilantro, your oregano, your mint, your garlic cloves, your cumin, your olive oil. Yeah, brother. Get you some fresh cracked pepper. Some salt. Some of this real good flat iron stuff here, brother. Whoa. Then you're going to do your little choppy chop action. They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of Aramba beef. When I shake my maracas, I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. I hope you guys weren't too turned on by my dancing, because here's the product of what we got from that. Oh my goodness. I wish that smell-o-vision was a thing. I so badly do. Now you're going to take your choppy chop mix and put it into your jus. So here is our completed marinade mojo pork sauce marinade concoction. We got one more step to do before we put it in the receptacle to marinate overnight. That is to score the fat side of our pork butt, pork shoulder, whichever they call it where you're living. What you're going to do is crisscross cut the fat cap. I could sit here and do that for you, but I could also just use the gift of movie magic. And that there's how you score. I could show you some other really good ways to score, but this is a family program. Oh, did you hear that shit? Oh, that's fucking funny, dude. Then you're gonna put your pork in your receptacle here. Oh, you son of a bitch. It's really hard to put a piece of pork in a bag with one hand because you're filming with the other. Got it though. All right, you got that there in that bag. Take your marinade. I'm not going to do this one-handed. I worked really hard on this marinade. Movie magic. Go! Look at that. Next thing you want to do is squeeze all the air out of the bag. If you're using a Tupperware, you don't have to worry about that. But I'm using a bag. Ooh. So I'm going to squeeze all the air out and massage it around real good. And then you're going to put it in the refrigerator until the next day. Probably should have mentioned that this was a 24-hour in advance type recipe. If you already got all the shit, maybe you can do this tomorrow. I don't know.
2 days later.
Hey friends, it's been a few days. I meant to do that pork the next day, but didn't get a chance. So got a little bit of extra marinade time. Oh boy, that looks good, doesn't it? I wish you could smell it. I could smell it through the bag. That's how good it smells. I guess the first order of business will be to clean all the snow off my smoker. You know what make this much easier? That's right, you guessed it. Some movie magic. Hoo yeah, brother! Ready to light some coals now. By the way, check out the hat. Erry Eats. Check out the new apron. Bad Byron's butt rub. That's my favorite shit. I highly recommend it to everyone. Alright, we got our chimney starter full of charcoal on our Weber to kind of get it out of the snow a little bit. There's a little bit of snow in that Weber too. Got our tumbleweed here. Light the tumbleweed. Nice. Put that on there. I'm sure most of you probably know this, but once the charcoals get all grayish and ashy, they're probably ready to go. We're gonna go fill our firebox on our smoker. Now I know not everybody has a smoker, and that's okay. You don't have to do it on a smoker. If you've got an oven, you can do it in an oven. I'd say probably around 275. Put it in a deep foil pan though, because a lot of fat's gonna come off of it. And if you put it on like a cookie sheet or something, you're gonna have a bad time. So we're gonna get some wood here out of my little underground bunker that I keep all my wood in. See? And this is red oak. I got this locally. It's my favorite. Puts a real good flavor on stuff. So this isn't that great. My firebox is full of like frozen watery ash essentially. So do my best to get it cleaned out and see where we can go from here. Alright, I think that's probably about as good as it's gonna get right there. Whew. Wish I would have used some movie magic. That was kind of hard. Hi! Hi, Dolly Dog. Say hi to all the Erry Eats fans. Say hi! Alright, so this is how I personally set up my firebox. I've got 4 big pieces of wood in a square pattern, and then I put all the fresh charcoal down there, and then we'll pour the hot charcoal over top of it, and it'll burn with this setup for 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours. So you don't gotta mess with it, and that wood will burn steadily, so you'll keep temperature pretty well. Oh yeah, you know, I wanted to show off my awesome Valentine's gift that my roommate got me. Check out this, how awesome this is, brothers. Yeah, look at that. Bonafide. I'm bonafide, brother. Alright, our coals are looking pretty good. We're gonna go over here. We got our extra special welder's gloves on. I'm gonna go over here. Dump them in the middle of the little square we got going on I showed you all before. Oh yeah, brother. Nice. Now we'll close her up and let her get up to temp for about 15 minutes or so, and then put our pork shoulder in. Woo-wee, we're on smoke there, brother. We're at about 275. Been about 15 minutes. I think we're going to be good to put our pork roast on there now. Yippee! So you're going to want to save these juices, because we're gonna have a nice little treat for those later on. Okay, I've got our pork shoulder out, fat cap side down. And I've reached in here and got some of the goodies out and just kind of sprinkled it over the top. I'm going to do some fresh ground pepper over the top of it. And then we're going to stick it in there, brother. Alright, we got it on the smoker. Looking good. Looking very nice. Right before I open the lid, the temp was at about 300, so we're just gonna close our vent here a little bit. Easier said than done, I guess. There we go. That should help put the temperature down a little bit. Alright, so take your leftover sauce, put it in your pan, and what we're gonna do is when that pork's done, we're going to take it off, let it rest for about 30 minutes, and we're going to put this on the smoker, get it a little bit thicker, caramelized almost, and we're going to slice the pork and put it in this jus. Get it nice and coated. Oh yeah, brother. Alright, it's been about an hour. We're sitting steady at 275. Perfect. One thing I didn't... you're probably going to need a meat thermometer. Most people have that, so I didn't really just mention it because... What the heck is that? Oh my goodness, brother. What? Daddy gets you? He's so upset. What happened? Daddy get you? Daddy get you? Huh? Careful. Alright, so temperature plummeted. My smoker will not get above like 175, so I heated up the oven, and we're just gonna finish this bad boy in the oven because I can't get this thing above 175. It's even lower now, about 200, but still not hot enough. I've been trying for like an hour. This thing still looks really good. Look at that. Yes, Baba, yes. So we're gonna take this, put it in the juice. Look at that. Oh, that's the good stuff right there, brother. And some more of the goodies off the grates here. Yeah. Yes. We're going to take that with the thermometer and put it in the oven, wait till it hits 170. It's at 153 now. I'm actually going to tint this in foil because I like the color on it already. I don't want to get any more burnt. It's not burnt, but I don't want the bark to get any darker, so I'm going to tint it so that it cooks without cooking on the outside. Alright, so we had our pork in the oven. I was going to pull it at like 170, but I wasn't paying attention. It hit about 188. No big deal. It'll still be good. Let's pull the tent off and see how it looks. Oh yeah, brother, look at that. Beautiful. Oh yeah, brother. That's all those juices I was telling you all about. Oh, we're gonna slice that pork up. We're gonna swish them around in them juices, and it's gonna be heavenly. Oh yeah. I decided we're going to do some tostones as well. Do tostones, you're going to want some plantains, some pretty ripe plantains. You cut the ends off. Alright. You're going to clinch up on your knife here. Use just the tip like this. And find a good crease, and you're going to bang one side. Bang the other. Then pull it apart on one side. Run your thumb in there. Right. Other. There you go. Run your thumb. There you go. Just like that. Might be some rough parts. Just trim off the rough parts. Bang. Easy. Then you're going to slice them. About an inch thick, I'd say. You're gonna get your oil hot, not like scalding, just kind of hot. You just want to get a little bit of color on the plantains, and then you're gonna take them off. Now we're going to cut up our roast. I don't really need to show you how to cut up a roast. I just want to show off my new Amazon knife. My good buddy Sam Marquez got me. See how sharp this fucker is. Woo! Like butter, brother. Like butter, brother. Yes. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. God. Mmm. I wish you could smell this. I really do. Alright, that's about the color you want on the tostones, that golden color. Then you can take them off. You're going to take your fresh cut pork, and then you know what you're going to do? What are you going to do, brother? Put it right back in them drippings. Oh yeah, brother. After you've removed your plantains from the oil, you're going to take a little pan or a cup or whatever the fuck you want to use. You're going to squish them like that. And as you squish them, you're going to pick them up, put them back in that same oil. Once they get that nice golden brown color and they start to kind of spin around like that, they're good to go. So cut your French bread into your preferred portion. Put it down on a cutting board or a counter surface or anything, and put your big fat banana hands like I have on top of them. Just kind of smush them down. Heat your ham up on a hot pan. Yeah. Get some mustard on top of your bun. Yeah, what's up? Right there, bro. Get your ham on top of that mustard. Yeah, yeah. That's where you want it. Right on top. Right on top of that mustard there. Right there, brother. That's what's up. You take your Swiss cheese. Right on top of that ham. Yes. That's perfect. You get some of that pork. Sorry about the jump cut. It was necessary. Got pickles on top of that. Got pickles. Got pickles. Got pickles. Got pickles. The pickles. A lot of people don't like pickles. If you don't like pickles, I'll tell you what to do with this dish. If you don't like pickles, you can go fuck yourself. Pickles are great. Look at that. All right. Jesus. That's so sexy. So you're gonna put the lid on this some bitch. All right, so you're gonna butter both sides. All right, now when you got both sides buttered, you're gonna either fry it in a pan like a grilled cheese, or use a waffle iron or a panini press, or a George Foreman grill if you've got one. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, ignore the waffle pattern because it's superficial. But look how good it looks. Tostones. Oh, yeah, brother. Look at that. Ooh-wee. My Lord. Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell you how good this shit is. And as usual, next time, whenever the fuck I feel like it.